Remember, this is just a moment. That message can save your life or someone you love. It could have saved his. I always thought parents were supposed to raise their children. Aren't they? In my case, he raised me. I was the mediocre high school student whose only plan was to marry and raise happy, dumb kids. All I could possibly manage. But as they say, if you want to make God laugh, just make plans. For he gave me John, who did nothing Dr. Spock's baby book said he should. On his second birthday, he potty trained himself that day. A few days later, I'm driving past a gas station, and behind me I hear Pipsqueak go, Ta-ex-a-co. Dr. Spock never said 2-year-olds read. Dr. Spock never met John. At 6 years old, he's peppering me with questions I can't answer, and I'm losing 45-minute debates on non-issues like making his bed. To stay his mom, I gotta get smart fast. So I enter City College, take 2 classes, and wind up thrilled. John, guess what? I got an A+ and a B+. You got a B. He starts dancing around me while I'm in the fetal position on the couch, singing, Mom is a bee, Mom is a bee. And I'm like, that's right. He never got a B. And neither did I after that. Having a little in-house edge on board and my terror of another humiliation like that forced this C student mom to continue going to school, to graduate with highest honors from the university, and then get a master's. I guarantee you that without him, none of that would ever happen, and I sure wouldn't be before you today. Meanwhile, at 14, he's at the university in calculus, along with 250 much older, highly competitive STEM students, to walk with the top grade each of 3 quarters. 2 years later, he's 16, invited into Carnegie Mellon's by invitation only accelerated program in theoretical math. 4 years later, the youngest of 33 highly select entrants is that program's sole survivor. We watch him walk first for his bachelor's, and then minutes later, back up for his master's, yes, and then for other honors, while we laugh, saying, everyone else must think him lost or just very confused. 2 years later, he's in a key position in Silicon Valley when his boss suddenly demotes him without explanation. John's sure he failed. Intolerable for a boy who never got a B. Lost and panicked, out of control, unable to get past that moment, he killed himself. And this mom died with him just as I was becoming licensed as a psychotherapist with the exact training and skills to possibly survive catastrophic loss. I become my first client, and then as part of the grieving, I start on a quest to find the true stories that obviously I missed that took my superstar son to suicide. And sadly, I find them and start writing them down because they're still alive, doing the same thing they did to John to perfectly wonderful youth every day. But one day the writing stopped. My new hip implant was leaching cobalt into my tissues and bloodstream. My heart fibrillated, my hip burned, and I couldn't breathe. When I awoke from emergency surgery, I saw my doctor looking down at me, and he said, "I'm so sorry. That cobalt ate out about 70% of your hips, ligaments, and muscles. There's no way you're walking again." Devastated all over again. This psychotherapist, with all the skills and training to know better, just wanted out. Like John. But just then a thought hit. This is just a moment. Wait, breathe. Through serial dislocations, hospitalizations, wheelchairs, walkers, and canes, and back again. Every time I just wanted out. That thought brought me back to my writing and back to my book. And years later, because I did survive, there really is now a book, just finished, of the stories that took my superstar son to suicide, along with the antidotes that can help you know what to do to survive and thrive what we didn't. And because I survived John, I had to learn what you would have, that a not yet public IBM takeover had axed your job. Your boss was just moving you to a place that would survive the buyout because they knew you were too valuable to lose. Don't make John's only mistake in a worst case moment, because I guarantee you no one's immune. We can all fall into that black moment where there seems no option but out. And that's when we need a life-saving message. The one John never got to. The one people in crisis hardly ever do. The one that saved my life. Could have saved his, and can still save yours, for I guarantee you that someday you're going to need this message for yourself or someone you love. So let's start now and repeat with me and remember this. This is just a moment. This is just a moment. Bless you.